section.
Yeah, seriously, Anakin Skywalker, go. Yeah.
Vader.
Oh yeah, Vader too. Vader over Anakin. Yeah.
Where's Okay, I heard canonically, with now canon, Vader's supposed to be stronger than Anakin. But according to old canon, Anakin's supposed to be stronger than Vader.
Well, here's the way I see it. If Anakin didn't lose to Obi-Wan on Mustafar, then yeah, he'd be more powerful than Vader. But like before the events of Mustafar, Anakin wouldn't be stronger than Darth Vader. He's got to be like fully turned to the dark side. You know what I mean?
Okay, so I guess in this saying, we're saying Darth Vader's stronger then.
Yeah. That's what I was doing.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, we're gonna just go from top to bottom now. I
yeah,
just have to make sure we get those two out of the way.
fair enough. Ayla Sakura.
Okay, well she's
Hmm.
no master. She's not a Jedi
Yeah,
master.
but she
So
is
no
pretty. She is a
legendary.
Jedi Master.
She's not a Jedi master, is she?
Pretty sure. Let's see. Was a Jedi Master who served as a Jedi General of the Grand Army of the Republic. Yep.
Weird. I'd never would have imagined her being a Jedi master. I guess it's kind of normal since she is leading
Yeah, a whole
the
battalion.
her whole battalion or legion, Star Corps.
And if you want to take into consideration the 501st journal, which they're talking about, like, yeah,
The Fallujah
that's why we
battles, yeah.
kept, yeah.
They kept fighting for that hot ass blue girl. I mean,
I mean, Master Sakura. I mean, Sakura.
kept telling my boys to keep it in their pants.
I'd put her at great. I think she's better than good, but she's not amazing. She's not legendary. Because she's nowhere near GOAT, right?
No.
But she's above average. Like,
I feel like everybody who probably died in the 501st, like immediately, like all the Jedi Masters there, probably shouldn't go past amazing.
yeah, I agree.
Like Kiabu Mundi. Like I think Mundi's probably stronger than Sakura though.
Caddy Mundi.
The only
Mm,
thing that's be scary with her is the fact that is this like is this her single lightsaber or her double lightsaber form?
it's a good question.
Hello, Kun. I think Kun's probably stronger than Mundi.
You're skipping some characters, brother.
I'm just searching for like
Uh,
the ones I know. Kit
yeah.
Fisto is probably stronger than Plo Koon.
No. Plo
You don't
Koon's
think
stronger
so?
than Kit Fisto.
Maybe I'm just thinking because of his speed. That's why I'm thinking he's stronger.
Well, Kit Fisto's not that fast unless he's like in water.
Yeah, but
That's
okay, but are you saying you think Kun Plo could have fucking survived longer than Kit Fisto did against Sidious? Remember, he blitzed through like what was it, two or three of them,
yeah.
and then it took like 1 second longer before he killed fucking Fisto. I thought that was like a
Yeah, I think
testament to
Plo
Fisto's
Koon
strength.
would last a little bit longer.
Man got blasted by clone troopers in a starship.
Yeah, he was in the sky. I mean,
You know, obviously he doesn't have the fucking reaction speed to go like, "No, I'm being shot at."
well, him and his battalion of clones also had a lot of trust. So,
Mm, mm, is Kit Fisto stronger than Plo Koon? See what Google has to say about it. Okay, looks like you're pretty right.
okay.
Looks like
That's what I
most people are
thought.
kind of saying, according to a lot of the books and according to like their actual like individual like strengths, like what they're all good at,
Hmm.
Plo Koon would win unless they're in the water. Then Kit Fisto would
Exactly, yeah.
fuck him up.
Yeah.
It looks like most people are saying, yeah, Kun would probably end up winning.
Nice. That's a,
According to what they're saying, it says like Fisto has better like dueling powers than Kun does, but Kun has a lot stronger force abilities and
yeah, Plo
overall just
Koon,
decision making and skills.
Plo Koon straight up has lightning. It's just not. It's not Sith lightning. It's like I forget
They're
what it's
also
called.
referring to a moment in time when Kiarumundi, Fisto, and Plo Koon were fighting Ventress,
Mm-hmm.
and how Ventress was able to easily get past Fisto and Mundi,
Mm-hmm.
but then she got her lightsaber, just one of her disarmed, or lightsaber disarmed by Plo.
Yeah, I
He
remember
didn't win the fight, but he was able to do more damage to her than anybody else was able to
that.
do.
Yep, makes
So
sense. All right,
yeah, all right, looks like you're right about that one.
appreciate it. So you agree with Sakura going in great?
Yeah.
Okay. Next is Ahsoka.
I think she was in the legendary category.
Yeah, I agree. Literally, I was dragging her already. Not able to take on. Okay, well, technically speaking, she did almost defeat Vader.
Keyword almost.
But do you think Anakin Skywalker would beat Darth Vader, or would he come close? Or would he not come close?
I think Anakin Skywalker could be Vader, but mainly because of the form styles. Because of that
Yeah, he
version
would
of
be a
Anakin
lot
is so much
faster.
quicker and
Yeah.
so much more just kind of devastating in what he does.
Okay, fair enough.
Younger, doesn't have like he's endurance and speed wise, he's a lot better.
True.
He just doesn't have like the raw strength and the force powers that the Vader would have.
True. All right. I guess let's do Assad's Ventress next. I don't give a fuck about that bitch. She.
I try to remember everything she did in the Clone Wars. It's like, how strong technically is she?
Hmm. Trying to think of people she's fought. 'Cause, I mean, she's technically like. She's bested Ahsoka, but not at
Not
like.
adult prime
Yeah,
Ahsoka though.
exactly.
Which the picture we're going off of is like basically right at the end of the Clone Wars.
I don't think that Asajj is
And
better
that
than
version of
Ayla.
Asajj looks like it's one of her early forms.
Yeah. I would say Asajj Ventress is good.
I'm either thinking the back, like the ass end of great or good.
Yeah.
Because
Put her
this
in.
looks like an early picture, I'm thinking more good.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna put her on.
If it was like, towards the end after she, had returned and tried to change her ways, maybe then I'd probably put her at the back of great, but I think for now I'd probably leave her good.
Yeah. Oh, I agree with that. That's cool with me. Now let's skip to. I mean, Grogu's cool, but he's not actually that
We can
powerful.
do Grievous.
Grievous, skipped right over Barris, but okay. Grievous
Oh, I
is.
skipped over Dooku and fucking Maul.
Yeah, let's do those first so
And
we can kind of.
Sidious.
Damn. Okay, yeah.
Oh, there's two versions of Sidious. There's normal Sidious and then there's like corrupt Sidious.
Oh, cool. All right, let's do. What was the first one? Dooku?
I think we need.
Well, Sidious, technically.
Uh, yeah.
Okay,
So
so.
I don't know how the strength level of Sidious goes. Is he weaker or stronger whenever he gets all deformed like that? I think he's stronger, right? Isn't he using
Mm,
a lot of his power to suppress his like dark side feeling and his look?
yeah, he is doing that. And I mean, the lightning didn't really do any like long term damage as far as I know.
Yeah.
So I'd put him above Ahsoka. I'd probably put him at GOAT, honestly. And honestly, he can defeat Anakin and Darth Vader. Easily Darth Vader just because of his suit. Maybe a
And
harder time with
Anakin
the
just because
Anakin.
he's kind of he knows him.
Yeah. So I put him at the top. Um, Dooku. Definitely above Ayla Sakura. This is where it gets weird because, well, he can't be above Ahsoka.
Why? Ooh, really?
Well, Ahsoka nearly beated Darth Vader, who we have as stronger than Anakin Skywalker. Count Dooku died to Anakin Skywalker. So, yeah. Granted, they had a lot of fights in the Clone Wars, but both of their pictures are literally when they fought that last battle.
Okay,
So,
so you think Dooku would lose to Ahsoka because living Anakin killed him?
yes. Well,
I definitely think he needs to go in the legendary category with Ahsoka. I just don't know if I want to put him ahead or below her.
do you think Ahsoka can defeat Anakin?
No.
Mm,
Her biggest attribute would go in against Vader was the fact that she's so nimble, quick, and matured at that time.
it's
That's,
true.
Vader's biggest weak point, is if he goes against somebody
But
who's
if
really
you,
fast.
yeah, yeah.
His whole thing is just big, strong, scary dude
How
who
would
can
you
handle armor.
describe Grievous's fighting style, though?
And because Grievous is
Hmm.
similar-ish to like a weird mix of Asajj Ventress and Ahsoka.
Okay, but so he's really quick. Ahsoka
He's
held
not
her.
quick. He just has a lot of arms, so he can barrage you. And uh, Grievous loses to Dooku.
Yeah, but
Dooku's many
Ahsoka,
times in the Clone Wars has shit on Grievous.
Ahsoka doesn't lose to Grievous though. She holds her own. She doesn't win the fight because they don't really. It doesn't come to that. She holds him off while some younglings are getting away, and then she like dips.
Yeah, but again, that doesn't mean that she's stronger than Dooku though, because they both can do it.
Okay, fair.
But Dooku shits on Grievous, which is why Grievous always was like the underling. He was like, the guy who
Well,
did all the
yeah.
shitty jobs.
I was more so trying to get the point across that if she can beat Grievous, she might be able to beat Anakin. Or if she can hold
I,
her own against Grievous, she can hold her own against Anakin.
but again, holding your own and beating is two different things. Just because you can survive the onslaught doesn't mean you're close in power. If you're on the
True.
defensive the entire time, but you're able to stay alive, congratulations, you can stay alive. You lived. That doesn't mean you're
You
stronger
won.
or as
Okay.
close to as strong.
Fair.
Because in that same kind of, you know, aspect, let's say Kit Fisto was able to block Sidious for a couple seconds and then he ran away. He survived. Do you put him on par with him? No.
Alright, we could put
Whereas,
Ahsoka under Dooku. Especially this version. Maybe like adult Ahsoka that did fight against Vader and almost win. I think she could probably take Dooku if I'm being 100% honest.
yeah, a lot of these things are percentage based, in my opinion. Like, they're like, it could go either way. I think this one has a higher percentage chance to win.
I
I
think
don't
if she's a.
necessarily mean like, because like right now, right, uh, putting like, okay, let's say Plo Koon over Kit Fisto.
Mhm.
Does that mean in my brain, out of 500 fights, that Kid Fisto wins all 500 of them? No. I think he wins the majority of them, which is why I put him ahead. I think, okay, if he had 500 fights against Fisto, he probably wins 392,
Yeah.
maybe. You know? But again, there are some worlds where he fucking shits his pants mid saber swing and he misses.
Yeah.
There's a whole world of possibilities that could go on. Which is why, I don't think anything just like, oh, they're above them, 100% chance they win, no shot about it. I'm like, oh, I can see it. Yeah, I can see this one
Yeah.
having a higher chance. Um, so necessarily because I'm putting Dooku above Ahsoka, I don't mean that this is like it's
A
probably a
stomping
pretty
fest.
50-50 chance, you know? I
Hmm.
think it's a pretty decent 50-50 chance because she's not as arrogant as younger Anakin was when he lost his hand
Yeah.
uh, to Count Dooku, and that Count Dooku bested both Anakin and Obi-Wan at the same time.
True.
Those were younger, unmatured versions, but he fought two people at the same time. So her dual lightsabers doesn't worry me when it
Okay.
comes to that.
Yeah.
So I don't think that as like a capability. What makes her matter to me is her maturity. Now, yeah, she's a lot more mature at this point in the Clone Wars than like the younger version of her would have been.
Hmm.
Younger version of her would have gotten stomped three ways to Sunday.
Well, yeah.
But I think she also doesn't have that duelist capabilities that Dooku has, which is why she uses the dual lightsabers because she works well with this kind of like this acrobatic slashing spinning thing, not necessarily a 1v1 duel like how Dooku is set up.
Okay,
And
I can
because of
see
that
that.
fighting style and just how I imagine the fight going based off of how he defeated Anakin and Obi-Wan at the same time, even though Anakin also didn't he hold two lightsabers for a point?
Yeah.
Was that the thing he grabbed like
Mm-hmm.
somebody's?
I
Yeah, and he shit on Anakin even though he had two.
Yeah.
Um,
But
that's
here's the
that's
thing
just another
also.
reason why I think he has the higher chance of winning, but I don't think again it's like a clobber.
Anakin's like combat skills, though, like his lightsaber skills, are on par with Yoda. That's stated in the movies. And when Dooku and Yoda go at it with their fucking lightsabers, it's like they literally can't get an edge over the other. Dooku has to like Yoda probably would have gotten the edge eventually, but Dooku caused a
Had
diversion.
to save Anakin, yeah.
Yeah, and Ahsoka literally trains with Anakin her entire like teenager life, like from 13 to what, like 19. It's like 6 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, she doesn't use that same style, but she knows how to fight against someone who has a very like advanced skill of lightsaber combat.
Yeah, I mean, again, I see where you're coming from. I just don't think majority fights, again, they go at each other 100 times. I just don't think Ahsoka's winning 50 or more of those fights.
Okay, we can keep
I
it
think
there.
it's closer. I think she'll win about maybe 40 to
Hmm.
35 of them. I don't think it's a stomp fest. I just don't think she's winning the majority of them.
All right, we can agree on that. I'll keep her
Again,
behind Dooku.
the whole dual lightsaber thing is like an unexistent factor for me. Like,
Yeah,
because again, Ventress, Grievous,
true.
trained with Sidious.
Yeah, okay.
That's just why I just don't think you know that's if she had a lightsaber advantage, then I'd put her over him every day of the week because everything else you said plus that. But it's
Hmm.
because of just the fact that
She's younger.
she's younger. Her lightsaber combat doesn't best Dooku in this scenario. What best Dooku is raw power and strength, not speed, agility, and slashing, which is what
Uh,
he's always been with. I just don't think that will work with him.
it's not necessarily true. Anakin didn't overpower Dooku when he killed him. He literally finessed him. He was like, oop, oop, whoops, got your hands. Like, was very swift and like elegant with it. It wasn't like him.
The ending part was,
Yeah,
but do you not remember the entire first half of the fight when he's just fucking swinging overhead slashes left and right, just fucking wayhammering that shit?
yeah, but he just easily
It wasn't
defended
until he
it.
clashed lightsabers and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna trick you by not doing the most obvious thing you think I'm gonna do and like slash at you hard again. I'm gonna swish my hands down and then swoop them up and then cut your hand
Mm.
off."
Do you think it was just more like a
I think he just tricked him because he was expecting him to do certain things and he went like, "Huh,
mm,
nope, I'm not doing that." Because I have experience from the last time we fought. I have experience now. I've been training for this. But overall, lightsaber fighting, I mean, I think he has a better advantage. I think that's what Dooku has a hard time with. Also, just the the way he holds his lightsaber, he holds it with an angled grip on the back end because he wants the distance and the length. He wants to stay
yeah,
away from the person. That's a fencing fighting style.
yeah.
Fencers can't hold that shit if you slap that shit with the might of Zeus. What they're good at, and if you look at fencing, is really quick, fast movements. Which is
Mm,
why
I
fencing has
respect
like
it.
all those electronics where they have a tip where it
Hmm.
hits a body part and it lights up.
Hmm.
Because you cannot see if you hit somebody sometimes with a human eye.
Yeah.
It's that quick. And because his lightsaber skill is based off of that, he would do really well against somebody who just, goes to slashing like that. Of course, this isn't sabers; these are lightsabers,
Yeah.
so it's a little bit different. You probably wouldn't expect the guy who has a bunch of big, heavy swings to win, But whenever your combat style isn't about stabbing as much as it is actually slashing and clashing, like how lightsabers are, that's why I think Anakin has the advantage he does.
Fair enough. Um, Now Maul.
Mm.
This Maul is kind of tricky because he's supposed to be powerful as fuck. He beats
Yeah, but
Qui-Gon. Yeah.
he beats Qui-Gon, but then he loses the young
Obi-Wan,
Obi-Wan, the
who is
same young
very
Obi-Wan
like
that got later on shitted on by
Count
um,
Dooku.
Dooku. So he has to go below Ahsoka and he has to go below Dooku. No
Yeah,
shot, no.
yeah.
But I think he goes above Grievous technically. No, he can't because Grievous lost to adult Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Adult Obi-Wan wouldn't have beat him, or young Obi-Wan wouldn't have beat him.
I think he should go in the amazing chart.
Oh, I guess I didn't tell you. I put Grievous in the amazing chart.
Oh,
That's why I'm
okay.
saying this.
Let's see. I'm thinking. They've
Yes,
never
I
even.
sometimes move characters without thinking about it because I already have like a predestined location for them, and then I wait for you to say their name. Then I'm like, oh yeah, I already put them here, but let me see what you say.
You know,
And then
Grievous and Maul have. I think they've actually fought.
I feel like you're right, but I can't remember.
I'm looking it up. I'm reading up on it right now on Wikipedia. It's the Battle of Zanbar. Maul and Grievous met in single combat while the two armies collided and suffered heavy losses. By the battle's end, Maul ordered his forces to retreat while the Sith waited for him to find Mother Talzin. Let's
They
see,
fight in a Lego
aftermath.
battle, I think.
Nice. The aftermath. Maul believes the weird
Oh, hold on. This is a comic. It says like
Yeah, it's
a
from comics.
canon. Hold on. Trying to skip to the part where they fight. Where are they at?
I don't think it gives a clear answer as to who technically wins their fight because they're in a
I'm watching the
battle.
fight right now.
You're watching the fight?
Yeah, it's Star Wars Theory. It's from a comic book.
Oh,
It's Maul fighting Grievous with a dark saber.
okay.
Okay, so based off of this, which according to what he's saying, this is a canon event.
Yeah, it is canon.
Um, he loses the first fight, but then he ends up winning against Grievous the second time.
Mm-hmm.
Never killing him,
All right,
but he
obviously.
got him to the point where he like kind of jumped on top of him and then put the lightsaber up to his throat and told him to stop. But it was more like a it was more of like a he caught him by surprise. Like Grievous was kind of like he was just standing there talking to one of the droids, and then someone came up from behind. He turned around, and it was Maul who just tackled him into the ground and then turned his lightsaber on and held it to his throat. So he didn't really win a fight against him. He just kind of jumped him,
And he lost the first one.
and
And
he
this
lost
is
the first
not the
one, which was an
same.
actual fight.
Yeah, and this is not the same Maul that we have here. We have Phantom Menace Maul, who is weaker.
Hmm. So
So
he
yeah,
has
we
to go
can put him
below
behind.
Grievous no
Yeah,
matter what.
yeah, I can agree with that for sure. Okay. Next we have Emperor Palpatine. Okay,
I put him at the goat status.
I put him below prequel uh Palpatine. Only reason he doesn't carry a lightsaber anymore. We have no idea how skilled he is with the lightsaber, which prequel him is unmatched. Besides Yoda, I guess.
Does it say why he doesn't? Is it because he can't anymore? 'Cause he's too frail?
He looks like he's too old. Never see it happen. He just uses his
Because doesn't he?
lightning.
I mean, he is in the game, which I know is not a big factor to go off of.
Yeah.
But I think in the older battle, is it the older Battlefront 2? He technically does use a lightsaber.
I don't think so.
It's only in I think it's only in like certain combos. Otherwise, he kind of just only does the shocks.
Oh.
Then something. I remember there's something out there where you could find him using a lightsaber.
It's, yeah, so the only times he has ever used them is when he killed Maul and Savage and when he killed the Jedi Council members. And Yoda.
Okay, so according to, is this Legends or is this real?
The reason being is because uh he believes the Sith have grown past the need to
Yeah, I
use
can't
it.
tell if that's a Legends thing or a canon thing.
I think that's canon.
But it says basically his power has grown beyond the point of needing a lightsaber. But
Yeah.
in the comics, he does use it still.
In the comics, okay. After
Like
Revenge of the Sith?
he literally fights fucking Darth Maul with one.
That's in the Clone Wars, that's what I said. Maul and Savage.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's the
Obviously,
only two times.
well, this isn't the Clone Wars episode I'm talking about. This is still another manga panel or a panel for something else. And he does technically there is Emperor Palpatine that fights Yoda. That's after he already got the deformities, and he still uses a lightsaber then.
True. But this is okay.
Here's another comic panel where he pulls out a lightsaber next side by side with Vader. I don't know where this is from. It says from the Crimson Dawn comics.
Okay, we can put him. I mean, it's the same person. It's not a big thing. We can put him in front. That's fine. Um, who's next? That's like actually worth a damn. Honestly, Thrawn's pretty powerful. Not like physically, but as a general, there's no one better than him. Um,
Look, where is he?
who are you looking for?
You said Thrawn. I'm trying to look for him.
You know who Thrawn is?
I knew where he was. I knew who he is. I just don't know where he was.
Oh, he's past the.
Uh, yeah, I found him now. I couldn't miss his blue head after looking for it.
Yeah.
Where'd you put him?
I didn't put him anywhere. I was just like
It's hard to put the people who don't use the lightsabers
lightsabers or
in the same
yeah,
category of people who use
yeah,
lightsabers. Like, obviously, like I want to put Captain Rex over here in like the amazing category, but he can't low clear anybody. Like, he
yeah.
isn't gonna win a
No,
1v1 against anybody who has a saber.
yeah,
So it's like,
exactly.
ugh, it's a little rough to put him the
We
rank
should
like the blaster
do.
users.
We
We should
should
probably just
do.
do lightsaber only
Yeah,
and then do a separate one for blaster users.
that's what I was saying. We could do this one with
We
just
just save
the
it and then reload it
lightsabers.
later.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the next lightsaber user technically is
I forget his
supposed to
name.
be. Yeah, I don't know. This guy, the Yoda almost looking guy.
The big ear dude, with the green lightsaber.
Yeah. Uh,
I couldn't tell you.
I'd
I
pair him
remember
with.
him from the Clone Wars, but I don't remember anything else. In fact, other than the fact I remember watching them.
I'd put him like ahead of Ayla Secura.
Really,
Yeah,
I don't remember anything about this dude.
that's
I
what
just
I'd
have to
say.
trust your judgment then.
I feel like Sakura would have died in that gauntlet thing. Oh, well, I guess he did too, actually. He actually did die from that. But it wasn't because of his lack of skills. It's kind of because he had to coordinate around a team.
And then we have looks like next is the
Kiadimundi.
oh, I put Kiai Mundi in there.
Oh, where'd you put him?
Great, right behind Fisto.
You could put Fistal up too. Damn. Okay. Uh,
Yeah, when I had mentioned like Fisto and Mundi and all that stuff when we were dividing between Kun,
mhm.
I'd already put all three of them together.
Who
I
did
already moved
you?
all three of them up there.
So what's the order and ranking you
So
have
mine
them in?
goes Plo, Fisto, Mundi, the big ear dude, and then Sakura.
I'm gonna have to put Mundi above Kit Fisto. I think you're really like uh overrating Kit Fisto, to be honest.
I just a Kit Fisto fanboy. I don't even realize it.
Guess so. You like that smile?
I just thought I thought he was a lot stronger than he's supposed to be. I guess I'm just
He is. He's not weak, but compared to like,
okay. So now I'm looking at this and I'm having hey guys, who do you think would win between these two people? Honestly, I love Mundi, but probably Fisto. Fisto, 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 Fisto.
mm.
This person literally just posted the video of Keanu Mundi dying. Cool. Uh, Kit Fisto wins because he's stronger physically, but he loses in the Force abilities. Uh, who said this? Probably Kit Fisto. Kit
Mm.
Fisto with a 5 out of 10 difficulty.
All right,
Looks
we'll
like they're
put Kit
also saying it
Fisto.
because of the forms.
Mm.
Um,
Not familiar with it.
Practitioner of Makashi and Ataru. Skills. I believe Shakti has the same focuses, being Ataru and Makashi, as Kit Fisto, but and is also seen as more powerful than Mundi. Counted. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay.
Discredited
I
with
moved
skill
him.
form 5. I mean, this is just one um post I found about it. Let me see if I can find another one where somebody else talks about it. There you go. Try this one. I'm not reading all these screenshots, dude. Just give
Mm.
me the answer. Okay, so this guy says Mundi wins. Let me see if I can find some more. This guy thinks Fisto. So it looks like the main reason people think Fisto would win is because of the form he uses would be better against Mundi.
Okay, we can agree with that then.
But it looks like this is like a very, very big toss up.
Mm.
Like I know Mundi's strong, and we've seen probably I think more of him, especially in like the old school like
Yeah.
remember when he survived the battle against Grievous
Yeah.
in the old school Clone Wars movie.
Yeah, I do remember that. He's very strong there.
The reason I don't know, speed has always been a thing for me where I'm like, okay, the person has speed, usually they're pretty strong.
Yeah.
If you can't hit them or if they can move faster than you, it doesn't matter if you can, hold a lightsaber better than him or strike better than him. If you can just move faster than you can move, there's not much you can do.
Yeah.
And that's why I guess I place speed so highly sometimes.
I can respect
Again,
that.
that's why I think the biggest thing against Vader is the whole speed thing.
Yeah.
That's why I think Anakin Skywalker would have been better against Ahsoka than Vader would have because of Vader's lack of speed.
Yeah.
This person says, okay, and I guess in the Clone Wars also, if you do watch it, Kit Fisto does battle against Grievous and not
Yeah,
really
he
win,
does.
but he does kind of like have a little bit of an upper hand while fighting both Grievous and the Magna Guards at the same time.
Yeah, I would say he could win. If he can hold his own against Grievous and two Magna Guards at the same time, and if, especially if you watch it, like he's not struggling. He's not struggling at all.
Yeah, he leaves like a badass. He jumps on his
Yeah.
fucking ship and dips.
Yeah. So, yeah, I would say he's. Oh, if he can beat Grievous, if we're saying he can beat Grievous, he should technically be an amazing.
He didn't beat Grievous.
But I'm
Again,
saying if he can defend with ease in a 3v1 against Grievous,
but okay, think about this too. Grievous wasn't really trying. He didn't pull all four of his arms out. He only used two.
mm, Yeah, but having four doesn't technically, because you got to remember, Grievous has four arms, but he's not a droid. He still has an organic brain, so it's not necessarily an advantage when he uses four. He really just tries to use four when he thinks he can overwhelm someone and just like scare them. When he pulls out his
You mean
four,
like
like
he did against Obi-Wan?
yeah, and then
As
lost.
Obi-Wan then goes in there and fucking cuts the hand off, like,
Yeah,
bitch.
yeah.
Yeah, but he literally was laughing. He was like, "How are you gonna handle this?" Because he obviously thinks it's a trump card or some type of power move,
I think he's trying
and he
to
was laughing.
overwhelm them to discourage them from using the force because that's his only protection against the force. He has no like force shield or anything because he's not force sensitive. His
No,
thing
his
is
his main protection is he digs his feet into the ground.
well that, but like it's also that he inflicts so much fear that they're like, fuck, we can't fuck with this guy, and they don't use the force.
Mm. But the thing about that is too is I don't. Mm,
And that clearly wasn't going to work against Kit Fisto because he already wasn't scared of him.
yeah, I don't know. It just feels wrong to try and put Fisto above Grievous.
Yeah. Well, let's just keep him in between Coon and Plo Koon and Mundy.
Okay, can we think about it this way? Do we think he could have beat Maul? I kind of think so. Again, we gotta remember, young Obi-Wan was able to defeat him, and I think
Yeah, I guess
Fisto
so.
and Plo are. I mean, honestly, I think Mundi, Plo, and Fisto are probably stronger than young Obi-Wan.
Oh yeah.
So I kind of feel like I want to pull Maul down to great, or leave him in great and then move both those three up to amazing.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
That last one I said,
Yeah.
moving them up to amazing.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wish there was like one more tier. I'm not gonna make another tier. I'm just saying I wish there was one more.
You always do.
Cause it's like, dude, I just don't think like
That's what makes it difficult.
I know. It's like, do I really want to put them that close to fucking Ahsoka and Dooku? I mean, I don't really. I wouldn't call these guys like the most amazing trio you've ever seen. Like, especially with cool factor. Like, obviously, none of them are as cool as fucking Maul.
Yeah.
But it's like, strength wise, I guess.
I just realized they don't have any of young Obi-Wan. They have Ben Kenobi.
Yeah, they have the older versions and the normal versions.
Oh, I didn't see him. Oh yeah. Revenge of the Sith, yeah. Who is next, lightsaber wise? I think Luke. Oh, Kylo Ren, technically. No, Kanan.
Where I
Kanan
don't
Jarrus.
see Kylo.
He's right by Kanan.
I'm fine. I'm trying to find him. Hold
Oh,
on.
wait, Ezra's here. Hold on, I skipped. No, 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 no. No.
Okay, there he
Yes.
is. I see him now.
Okay, sorry. So we skipped over Ezra.
You have to help me with that one. I don't really know much about Rebels.
Um, one's a lot harder because he
This looks like the
doesn't.
older version of him, so it seems like a decently strong version of him.
He can typically take care of Inquisitors at this time. He's he's below the small. Honestly, put him at. Yeesh.
Was he beating Ventress?
Here's the thing. Ventress is a Sith assassin, right? She gets like bare minimum training to be a Sith. Inquisitors are directly trained by Vader, and he's able to defeat Inquisitors at this point, one on one.
Okay, so he goes above Ventress.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the battle experience of anyone else above him, so he can't really go above them. Um. Okay, so there's Ezra. And then next one is Kanan. Now,
Yeah,
what
that's
do I
pretty
need to
cool.
do to get you to watch Rebels? That's what I want to do next. I want to watch Rebels with you. Um, but anyways, we'll get back to that later. Kanan, it's gonna be stronger than Ezra.
Uh, just for I just placed him somewhere. I just put him at the back end of amazing. Again, I don't really know how strong he is. That's just where I placed him. If he had to ask me gut feeling, where would you put him? That's where I'd put him. Just gut feeling. I don't know. That's where I got right behind
Mm,
Maul.
I don't even think he's that strong, but we can. Well, this is
I mean,
blind version of him.
there's only two people that's gonna be he's gonna be above of anyway, and that's Ayla Secura and that fucking dwarf dude.
Okay, here's the thing. He might be past Maul because older Maul and Rebels not really stronger, but definitely like more. Yeah, this Kanan's very wise and very like has mastered the Force pretty well. I say he's better than Phantom Menace Maul. Don't think he'd be able to beat Grievous on first like look though.
Jar Jar Binks going.
Yeah, going at the top. Um. So now Kylo Ren.
Now we have Kylo. I have no idea how we're gonna power scale the
This dude.
the what do you call it? Not the sequels. What's this trilogy called? The new trilogy? Yeah, I think it's called the new trilogy. I have no idea how you power scale the new trilogy
Yeah.
cast to the old trilogy cast. If I had to go gut feeling, mm, I don't really know. Gut feeling,
Honestly,
where would I put him?
I know people are gonna. I know this would be a very unpopular opinion because he does some cool things in the comics. I don't see him being Asajj Ventress.
Damn, really that low?
Yeah, bro.
Holy shit.
Like, dude, just his lightsaber combat, like it's a cross guard. It's pretty limiting, I feel like, and he doesn't have any. You got to think about.
I think his force power is just definitely stronger than his lightsaber combat. His lightsaber
Here's
combat's not ass.
here's my thing,
If
right?
you ask me where I'm placing him, I'm putting him right behind Maul.
No.
I definitely don't think he's beating Maul, but I think he has a decent chance against everybody else.
Here's the thing: is technically speaking, right? He gets trained under Luke. Luke's powerful as fuck. Return of the Jedi, he's strong as fuck. But he also gets trained by Snoke, who is Palpatine, quote unquote. It's not continuous enough. It doesn't make sense. You could tell it was lazy writing. I'm not moving him from meh. I don't care.
Alright, I'll do you a solid. I'll put him in the great category, but I don't want to put him at good or meh.
I'll even go one step further, right? Okay. Say you know, opinion aside, he is trained by Sidious. At this point, 30 years after Return of the Jedi, Sidious hasn't used a lightsaber in years. Not to mention that he's pretending to be a whole different person trying to
Again, that's
train
why I'm
him.
also saying I don't think his lightsaber combat is his strong point.
It's weak as fuck. And if you have
Yes.
Maul, who was kidnapped
Yes,
as an infant
I know,
and trained
bro.
to be an
Yeah,
assassin,
I know. I put Maul above him.
yeah, but I don't even think he can like step in the same ring as him. I don't think he can beat Ezra. I don't think he can beat Ayla Secura. No,
Okay, I put him behind Ezra.
he's not being a source of interest.
I think he. Okay, you have your opinion. I have mine. I think
Fair,
he can.
fine, that's fair.
I think he's
Um,
arrogant. I think he's young. His lightsaber combat needs work. But that young version of Ventress, with this is end of the trilogy version of Kylo, not first episode Kylo. I think he has a decent chance to beat her. I think he wins maybe 55 to 60% of the fights. I like Kylo. I'm not a big Kylo fanboy. He looks cool. I do like his lightsaber, even though it isn't very practical for some senses. I do think the crossguard has a point to it.
Has a point, but not against other lightsabers, really.
I
Like, well,
think
I
it
mean, it
could.
does.
It depends on how they're like riding the lightsaber
Well,
guard.
brother,
Because
they had
have you
the
seen them? Yeah,
lightsaber hilt is not lightsaber proof.
hold on. Listen to what I'm about to
All
fucking
right, all
say.
right.
Have you seen that theory? Or who says it? Somebody says in the Star Wars universe that lightsabers are attracted to one another, right? I think it was fucking what's his fucking name? Ezra's older dude, teacher dude.
Kanan
What's his name?
Jars. Well,
No,
Caleb Doom.
Yeah, Kanan. Um, I think it was him who was telling Ezra that lightsaber blades are naturally attracted to each other. So when they get into close proximity, they kind of like clash and mesh,
Okay.
right? So even if you hold it next to each other, it's kind of like a magnet. And the theory is that with the way that the lightsaber comes at the crossguard is what it does is it kind of sucks the blade if you were to come down the hilt instead of hitting the metal part of the saber, it creates a stronger magnetic field and pulls it to the side so it doesn't cut through the lightsaber. Or the other theory is what it does is it creates like a negative field where it goes and it stops right there. It freezes and won't go past that point because it's getting hit by a positive and a negative pull from the main blade and the cross guard, making it where you can't cut through that side. That's what I've heard is the theory behind how the cross guard works in the Star Wars universe. And either one of those two, if they're legitimate, and I don't know if they are, it's just based off of the little bit of things I heard about it, and based off of what I'm pretty sure it was Kanan that said this to Ezra, how they're retracted to each other, that those seem like plausible answers, and therefore the crossguard could make sense. Also, the crossguard was a thing in the Republic. It just isn't
Yeah, it
now.
was also in the High Republic.
So I think the crossguard does have a point. It's just it's never really shown. It's like, oh yeah, it's a crossguard.
Mm,
Oh, because it looks cool. We'll write the reason later. I think
yeah,
it's what ended up fucking happening.
probably.
So I don't know. Crossguard, I like it. I think it's cool. I think it has its reasons. If those reasons are real, if they say that both of those things aren't a thing, they're like, oh no, it doesn't create some type of negative field. It doesn't pull the blade to it, so it keeps it from going through it. If they say that, then the crossguard's fucking useless, and he's going down to good below Asajj. But right now, I'm believing that that has a point, so I'm giving him a slight edge.
Let
Plus,
me
I think
let
his force
me.
power just shits on Ventress every day of the week.
I mean, yeah, maybe if he can actually. I mean, I guess he can use it. Yeah. Okay. Let me ask you this one question, though, right? If you were to compare Kylo Ren's lightsaber to a medieval sword, would you say comparing it to a great sword would be like would be fair?
Yeah,
Would you reverse grip a great sword and hold it in one arm?
you can.
Would you if you were in a battle with someone?
With one arm? No. With two? Yes.
Okay, with one arm, this man has done that a couple times.
Well, a lightsaber doesn't weigh as much as a fucking greatsword does.
Well, okay, but like, I mean, I
Yes,
guess yeah, if it doesn't
reverse
weigh as
gripping
much.
is completely normal. And an old school like medieval combat, yeah.
Yeah, but not in the way that he kind of used it. Not in the way that I'm talking about.
This isn't, great swords
Yeah,
also don't cut, Ben. They aren't
true.
sharp.
I know.
They're meant to just fucking break your
Stab.
fucking arms or stab through you. That's it.
Yeah. All right. Well, fair enough. I'm not moving him, but you do that.
Okay, I'm leaving him at the back of great, right above Ventress.
He's a big. He fights like Darth Vader does, but he's not as big
Which
or as
you're pushing.
strong. Yeah, literally. Like it's like me
I'm
fighting like
moving.
Darth Vader.
I'm placing him here for now. We'll see how this goes.
Okay.
How we keep talking about people.
Okay. Next up is Luke. I think. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I already put him in the goat status.
Yeah.
Put him right above Vader and behind Sidious.
Honestly, well, Yeah, I don't think he can beat Sidious. I think he could beat. Well, that's fine. That's fine. That makes sense. I'll leave it there. I don't think he's fast enough to beat prequel Sidious, honestly. Like, he's strong, but you don't really see his speed anywhere. Well, you see him be speedy, but not to the likes of Sidious.
Yeah.
Um, Barris.
Wait, where's fucking oh my god, hold on.
Mace Windu.
Yeah, where's Base Windu for you? Because I already placed him somewhere. I don't remember where he was in the list originally. I can't remember if I grabbed him from the bottom or if he was like somewhere towards the middle or top.
Um, okay, well, boom, boom, boom. I'm thinking, I'm placing him and thinking.
I'm surprised you're thinking so hard. I kind of immediately placed him.
Hmm. Oh,
Hold on, I'm
yeah.
gonna share my screen too.
Okay.
So if you wanna look at me and yell at me while I'm placing people.
Okay, my. And it's so hard to decide. Can he beat Anakin?
If you want to look over to your other screen or look at the Discord, I'm showing you where I placed everything.
Let's see. That was actually like right where I was about to place him.
I think he can beat this version of Anakin.
Me
Again,
too.
this is okay. I refer to like Anakin before he lost Mustafar as blue lightsaber Anakin.
Yeah.
And if I ever see a picture of Anakin with a red lightsaber and not, Darth Vader, then I refer to it as if he beat Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
So with this version of him, you know, losing to Obi-Wan and Mustafar, I think he goes here.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. Yeah. Because if Obi-Wan can beat him, Mace Windu most definitely can. I don't think Mace Windu beats Darth Vader. I know he's got the vape pad, and I use that in arguments a lot against us, like when we've talked about this before. But I don't think it compensates enough for like he can channel dark side back, but Darth Vader's just gonna overwhelm him with it. Like he's just that powerful.
Yeah.
Although he did beat prequel Sidious. So,
Mm,
and that's canon. He did beat him. He didn't allow himself to be beaten.
mm, something like this, you think? Open it up on your other screen, dude.
What do you
Keep
mean?
moving over. Don't you have two monitors?
Yeah. No, 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 I don't. Well, I do, but it's on the big TV. I don't want it on right
Oh,
now. Where did you put it? I'll see.
I moved him
Um,
here, and then moved him here, and then him behind here.
but we said Luke couldn't beat prequel
I
Sidious.
know, but you're also saying that he can beat him, but I don't think he's stronger than Luke.
Well, then switch Luke and Pal. I see what you're saying. Uh,
He's a weird case because it's like
but the thing is you can't.
not to toot the horn too, but you also got to admit he did pull up on him with a 1v5 or 1v4.
Yes, that's true, but it was a 1v5 for 10 seconds, and then it was a 1v1.
Yeah, and how long do most lightsaber battles last in the shows or in the movies?
Like, yeah, that's true, but
Not that long. Like an actual fist fight, like an actual MMA or an actual fight, if you go in the street and fight somebody, it's only gonna last a couple minutes.
yeah.
We aren't anime characters that fight for fucking hours long.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's fine how you have it. I'm okay with that, I think.
I think this is debatable. I don't like this because I want to put him so much higher,
Let
but
me see.
I think it's debatable. I'm talking about Windu versus Vader.
Yeah.
I can see the reasons why both sides could do it
Yeah.
because Windu is kind of overpowered in the fact that he's got the force powers to go up against the best.
Hmm.
He has the fighting style to go up against the best. And he's got the speed of like people that can go against the best. Like he's like this all around package.
He
He
really
literally
is.
to me feels like a more matured and stronger version of this Anakin.
Yeah. I agree.
That's what this feels like to me. Like if he would have trained for like another year, or two, he might have been here, like stronger than Windu
Yeah.
before all this shit happened. Like this was where he was going to be soon. Like Windu was like, "Oh, I've been here for 45 years and I've gotten to where I am. I'm the best of the best." Up there with Yoda. Anakin's like, "Oh yeah, I'm just 25. I'm ready to be up there with you." Like okay, so he's done almost as much work as he does and strength in half the time. That makes sense with the chosen one.
Yeah.
He's got the fucking talent. He's got the fucking everything. That makes sense that in a lot less time he can be up here with the greatest.
Yeah.
But he didn't quite get there. So I do think this fight is understandable, and it's mainly just because of his lack of speed and his youthfulness and still good at everything, crazy force powers, amazing lightsaber combat, smart ass brain, other than the fact he didn't see the betrayal going on.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
that I do think that it is a debatable thing that he could beat him.
I'm fine with
So I'm
that.
not happy about this decision, but I think it's better to the right decision.
Yeah. I think it's fairly accurate.
Yeah. Hard to say. We need George Lucas to release a fucking
Yeah.
episode where they fight or something.
That'd be cool. I don't really care about Barris. We can just leave her. Um,
I don't even fucking remember where Barris is. Where is she?
she was before Mace, I
Oh, there
think.
she is.
Um,
Oh, this is Luminara. This isn't Barris. Where's Barris?
oh, that is Luminara. Whoops. I don't think Barris
Oh,
is on there,
I
my
thought you were
bad.
calling Luminara
Yeah.
Barris.
I mean, they're
Luminara's
so
pretty strong,
similar.
isn't she? She's not like
Uh,
super strong.
she gets beat by Ventress.
Oh, she does. I thought she'd beat Ventress.
She does with Ahsoka's help, but like she
Ooh.
goes to like rush in to defeat Ventress, and Ahsoka's like, "Hey, like chill, you're underestimating her," and then Ventress like drops pipes on her, and she almost died. Like if Ahsoka
Oh
wasn't there,
yeah,
she
and
would
then
have
Ahsoka
died.
saves her.
So I mean, and that was this version of Ventress also. So
Yeah, that was
because of that, yeah,
She has to go below good.
yep, because of that one
Damn,
mistake, bro.
Luminara, that blows.
Yep. And
What's
her
next?
apprentice turned to the dark side, bombed the Jedi temple, and then
Ventress.
when she died, her body got used for the Empire. Like honestly, not a very good, not a very powerful person. Obi-Wan?
It looks like next is Obi-Wan.
Let's just do Revenge of the Sith Obi-Wan.
You don't want to do old Ben? I'm gonna move to the I don't know right now. I'll keep him there so I remember where he's at.
Obi-Wan?
Old Ben.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, Obi-Wan. I put him Revenge of the Sith. Obi-Wan. I put him right above Vader.
Yep, fine by me. So really, what I was gonna do.
Again, that's one of those like weird fights where it's like old Ben lost to
Yeah,
Vader. Quote unquote lost. But
yeah,
we did see a slightly weaker Revenge of the Sith Kenobi
yeah.
fight against a freshly regenerated uh,
More powerful
Vader.
Vader and lose.
Now he has less experience under his belt at this time because it hasn't been that long since he lost the
Yeah,
fight. So yeah, he doesn't have the years that he has slaughtering people and hunting down Jedi every fucking day of his week. that old Ben's Vader does.
Yeah.
But that Vader also is younger. He isn't as old and shriveled up. So
Sure.
again, it's another one of those moments where I'm like, I don't necessarily love the idea because I'm a Darth Vader fanboy and Anakin fanboy that Obi-Wan does beat Vader, but again, I have to remember this is a majority thing, not a 100% guarantee.
Yeah.
And do I think the majority of the time that Revenge of the Sith Obi-Wan can defeat a Vader? I do.
Okay.
Again, I don't think it's very common. I think it's pretty close since the fight against Anakin wasn't an absolute slap fest, and I think Vader's stronger than Anakin. I definitely think this is gonna be a tougher fight, but I think it is I slightly in the favor of Obi-Wan,
Yeah. I agree.
but less than Mace Windu versus Vader.
Oh yeah.
So if I had my way, I'd put him behind Vader but above Anakin. I'm like, that's what I want. That's not what reality is.
Yeah. Fair. Uh, Next is Qui-Gon. This really
Ooh,
sucks because he should
man.
be a lot more powerful, but he lost to that Darth Maul. He literally got killed. Which it really sucks because by that comparison, you're saying he's weaker than Episode 1 Obi-Wan. And it's like that's not the case. Like if
I think that was just another instinct of just a fighting style mismatch.
true.
I think it's one of those things where again we aren't happy about the decision that Maul beats Qui Gon, but again I think it's one of those things where out of 100 fights, I think Maul does end up winning over 50.
Yeah.
Therefore, he gets the position of being stronger than Qui Gon. Again, do I think it's a large margin? No. Really hate that because I fucking hate seeing Qui Gon so fucking low on the totem pole.
But yeah,
Especially as
exactly.
old as he is and everything. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, that means young Obi-Wan's stronger than Qui-Gon. I just hate thinking
Literally.
about that, man.
I know.
But it's
But
how it
that's
is,
just the way it
technically.
is, yeah. It really sucks. But yeah, that's technically how it is.
After
Um,
that, we got Old
Ray.
Man Luke.
Old man. Let's see. Um,
I put Ray in meh. I don't fucking at me with this. I'm not moving her. You can't convince me otherwise.
I'm
This is
not.
also just got lightsaber Ray.
This
So,
just got a lightsaber Ray. I'm putting her right there with Kylo Ren. They can fight all day long. I don't think either will come up like victorious without
so where are
something
we
intervening.
putting old Luke? Or do we want to leave him in the I don't know category because
Yeah, it's
old
really
men?
hard to tell how. Yeah, I'm just gonna put him. I don't know. Now, next is Savage Oppress. Now, if you
He's
want
weaker
to,
than Maul, right? Or is that just because he's like my older brother? I have to listen to you. Or is he actually weaker than Maul? I can't remember the
well,
relationship he has with Maul, like why he follows what Maul says and shit.
I think they do come to a point where they butt heads, and
And I feel like Maul wins that, doesn't he?
yeah, he does. He like force chokes him or something. He's like, no, I mean, because Maul's force abilities are a lot more powerful than Savage. If Savage had the time to grow into a Sith, he could have been a lot more powerful. But he does take on, um, he takes on Ventress and Count Dooku at the same time, and then manages to escape.
So are we thinking? Man, I do not
Because
want to put him in the
also think
amazing
about this.
category
Think
because
about
he can't go in the amazing. So we
well,
putting him
well,
at the
think
top.
about this because the Phantom Menace Darth Maul is not as strong as the Darth Maul that he was with. Darth Maul was a lot stronger after his pit. Because think
That
about
is true.
yeah. Now
Okay, so if he goes in the amazing category with Maul,
the only way, the only place he can go is see. This is where it depends because we have Kanan right there, and Kanan beat Maul like in a 1v1. He straight up beat him. Well, technically, they fought twice. Canon. Um, did they want to? I think they might have fought a couple more times actually, but so 50-50. Won one, lost one each. But the Maul that Kanan fought is weaker than the Maul that Savage fought. Because Maul gets pretty weak when he gets older. He kind of slumps back down to like lower than Phantom Menace, I'd say.
Mm, okay, even if we do put him above Kanan, I just don't feel comfortable moving him past like Mundi or Fitzo or
No, I'd say he'd lose against Grievous, honestly.
yeah.
Oh, actually, no. You know what? You know what? Now I'm thinking about this. I don't think he can beat that version of Kanan because that version of Savage is very like immature, very like short fused. He's gonna make a mistake really quickly. And Kanan, this is like Master Kanan. He's blind, but he sees with the Force because he's like connected with the Force and he's like fully trusts the Force, like Qui-Gon Jinn vibes. So, yeah, I think he beats Savage. You good with that?
Yeah, I think it's alright.
Okay. Um, Palm Krell's on here, but I don't really care about that guy.
Yeah, I don't know. He only fought clones if I always remember, so I
Yeah.
don't really know how strong he'd be against other people. I think he's marginally strong, but I don't think he beats Sakura.
Yeah, I don't
So
think so
he would
either.
have to go into like the good or the meh category,
Yeah.
but I don't really know.
Let's go to Yoda.
I put him above Windu, but behind Sidious.
Yoda. Where is? I just saw. Okay. This version of Yoda, he said above Windu, but behind Sidious.
It's weird. I don't know like if I want to put Luke above Yoda
I'd agree
or
with that. I'd say
what,
that.
but I think this is like where like right now gut opinion that's where I'm putting him.
Oh wait, I have Lucas the most powerful. I think that matches with yours.
I have Luke as
Yeah.
the second.
Yeah. Okay. Um. Yep, that works for me. Who's after Yoda?
Looks like it's Grand Inquisitor.
Grand Inquisitor.
I'm
Okay.
not. Do I want to? Okay, do we want to count the dark saber dudes?
No, they're gonna get beat by anyone that's what. Yeah, they're gonna get beat by anyone that's force
Anyone
sensitive.
that's at least in the good or higher.
Yeah.
The meh, uh, it's a
Yeah.
toss up.
The Grand Inquisitor, I put him underneath Kanan.
But above Savage.
Yeah,
I can see that.
yeah. That one's pretty easy because he gets killed by Kanan, and he doesn't even get killed by this version of Kanan. He gets killed by a weaker version of Kanan. So,
Yeah.
next,
Is technically Cal Kestis, I think.
Calculus.
Okay. So this version of Cal is pretty weak.
Okay, you know more
Um,
about this than I do.
yeah. This Cal basically he got training with the Jedi Order up until oh god, how old was he? He was still a Padawan at that time.
Yeah, it
Uh,
was like 8 or 9.
yeah, he was like maybe 10 or 12. Whenever his master put him in the escape pod, he basically escaped away.
Mm-hmm.
Um, this is also no dark side Cal Kestis. Um, this Cal Kestis loses against which sister is the big fucking huge one?
I think she's the ninth.
Ninth sister. He loses to the ninth sister, but he what's the other one? The like the main villain of the game?
Fifth,
The one that gets killed by fucking Vader at the
Vader,
end?
fifth maybe.
I'm looking at a fifth sister. No.
I don't remember.
Where is
Fourth?
she? Where is she? Where is she? I'm trying to look for a picture that I can click on the picture.
I know who you're talking
Uh,
about.
yeah, I'm just trying to get like a what sister is killed by Vader. Second. With him and what's her name? Seer. With both of them fighting her, they basically tie.
Hmm.
Tie slash maybe lose. She ends up giving up because she's like being turned back to the good side, and
Yeah.
that's when Vader cuts her down because he's like, "You traitor."
Yeah.
But he loses to the ninth sister or the fifth sister, whichever one you said was the big fucking huge one.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I don't know how that scales with everybody else. He definitely is weaker than Ezra, I think,
Okay.
based on just what you've told me. He can't throw. I mean, if he's losing to like the lower end of the Inquisitors, and you're telling me that Ezra beats Inquisitors pretty much 1v1 almost on his own,
Hmm.
he can't go anything higher than good. So I would put him
Okay.
probably at the top of good. I do feel a little fishy putting him above Ventress because Ventress at least has training.
Hmm.
Cal only has training up until the point where like I also can't tell exactly when this picture is because this is Cal before he even finds Seer. This man's getting clapped 3 ways a Sunday against almost anybody who is somewhat trained.
Yeah.
Because again, he got to the Padawan status of being a fucking child, and then that's it.
Yeah. Didn't really do a lot. Yeah.
Like again,
But
he gets
still learning the
absolutely
like very
shreked by the Ninth Sister.
basics of the understandings, of, like
He
the
gets a
Force.
lucky ass like strike on her, that stuns her, and the man runs away.
Yeah.
Um, so if this is that version of Cal, then he loses 9 ways on Sunday. If this is at least Cal after he meets Seer and gets a little bit of training with her, a little bit of get go, then I could see him at least throwing fisticuffs with Ventress and maybe winning. But
Hmm.
again, it's
Yeah.
I'm just putting him at the top of good because that's where I want to put him because I like Cal. Now, if we had Cal from fucking uh
The new game.
now age shit, he's up there. He's definitely up
Hmm.
there.
Hmm.
He's
I'd have
pretty
to
strong.
watch.
He's not gonna be like he's probably gonna be the top of great or even bottom part of amazing.
Okay. I'll have to
Uh,
watch
he
that.
does end up um fighting some pretty strong ass fucking people.
Hmm.
Never fights anybody of note. Like he never ends up fighting Vader. Um, but Steer loses the Vader.
Yeah.
She dies to him. Um, he ends up one-shotting the Ninth Sister
Damn.
when he finds her. He literally goes like, "You killed my friend," and slice. He ends up killing a High Republic Sith.
Hmm.
And that what's that weird race I told you about that has the arms that kind of regrow?
Oh, I don't remember.
Remember that? He
Yeah.
also kills him,
Hmm.
and he also kills a Jedi spy,
Hmm.
a Jedi turned Sith
Hmm.
who spies against rebel alliances. He goes in like he doesn't have force powers, and then he goes like, actually, no, I've always been working with the Empire. I just never owned a lightsaber
Hmm.
because I left my training at that point. But I am force sensitive.
Hmm.
He ends up beating him too. So again, anyway, I'm rambling, but yeah, that version of Kel goes there.
Okay.